everybody. I'm Jessica Rothar.
And I'm Zach Smith.
And we're coming to you live from our Lafayette office for our Facebook Live for June, which is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. Yay! Our theme this year with Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month is Time to Talk. And you are going to start to see ads and media all around the country with this theme. The idea is families need to talk to each other when they start to see the early signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's disease or other dementia before they're going to be ready to talk to their doctor. So we need to help families have these conversations internally before they're ready to go out and talk with their doctor. So starting on Monday, you're going to start to see some ads, but you can get a preview of some of our messaging right now by going to our website, alz.org/NorCal or alz.org/NorNev for Nevada, and just look at our social media channels. There you can find links to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, and please help us share these messages with your social media followers to help us get the word out. So we've got some really great activities that are going to be queued up for Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month and around the country, but specifically in our chapter, we wanted to highlight 4. And the first is about public policy, which is why Michelle asked me and Zach to talk about it. So on June 3rd, Monday, Assembly Member Cecilia Aguiar Curry is going to be introducing a resolution at the state capitol recognizing June as Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month in California. And we'll be there with 30 of our advocacy volunteers, and we'll all be on the floor of the assembly with the assemblywoman to hear her speak, and then everybody's going to go and meet with their own state legislators to talk about why it's important to improve early detection and timely diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. Specifically, we'll be asking legislators to fund our ask in the state budget, which is to implement the Center for Disease Control's Healthy Brain Initiative in California. The Center for Disease Control and the Alzheimer's Association partnered on this Healthy Brain Initiative and developed 25 priority steps that state public health departments should start to take now to get ready for the growing number of people living with Alzheimer's disease. And the 2 core components of that are to improve early detection and diagnosis by educating people about the early signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, and to educate healthcare providers and the public health workforce so that they can really start to address Alzheimer's disease before it becomes a crisis all across the life course, including risk reduction. We are specifically asking the state legislature to support AB 388 by Assembly Member Monique Limon, and to support $10 million to fund that bill to implement the Healthy Brain Initiative in California as part of the Budget Conference Committee, which is starting now. Zach, you want to tell us about Nevada?
Sure. So in Nevada, we have 2 priority bills moving forward right now. The first is AB 414, which would increase the amount of the state's respite grant that they award to certain families. And also SB 540, which would expand the state's Elder Protective Services program to adult protective services to cover all vulnerable adults under age 60. This is really important specifically for our younger onset population.
So there are things you can do to help. If you're watching this now, in California, if there's something you could do to help us get that $10 million to improve early detection and timely diagnosis, simply by taking out your phone right now and sending a text message, which is on the screen there. You just text 10 million in the message box to the number 52886. And when you do that, you'll get a message back immediately, and you click on the link in that message and fill out your name and address, and with one click, you can send an email to both of your state legislators asking them to support our budget request. What can they do in Nevada?
So in Nevada, you can call Senator Woodhouse's office. She's chair of the Senate Finance Committee, and you can ask her to pass Assembly Bill 414. And you can also call Assemblywoman Cohen's office and ask her to pass Senate Bill 540. She's the chair of the Assembly Health and Human Services Committee.
And I just want to emphasize to folks, you know, we all get deluged by emails and texts. These emails and texts really make a difference because legislators are not used to hearing from constituents with Alzheimer's. Our Alzheimer's has been in the closet for so long, and they have not, especially at the state level, they have not been hearing from us in numbers. And so by doing this, one call counts for as many as 100 or 1,000 constituents that legislator knows have the same problem and will never pick up the phone. Other things you can do to help. So we also have 4 policy priorities in Congress that you can help with simply by going to you're at your computer. Just go to our advocacy website, which is alzimpact.org, and click on Take Action. And that'll show you all 4 of our federal policy asks. One of them is about improving services and support for people with younger onset Alzheimer's. One of them is very much related to our California one about improving early detection and diagnosis by giving Medicare doctors the tools and training they need to do a better job at detecting and diagnosing and managing the care of people with Alzheimer's. And then there's, of course, research funding and funding for public health action. So you can take action on all of these things just by clicking on Take Action and then going to each one and click on it, and just by filling out your name and address one time, you can send emails to your members of Congress on all 4 of those items. Finally, there's social media. How can people use social media to help spread the word?
Yeah, well, you if you have your own social media accounts, obviously you're all on Facebook, so make sure that you're sharing our messaging. We're going to be pumping out some messaging about these legislative priorities on our social media. Be sure that you're tagging your legislator if you have their social media information. Share our posts on your own social media, get your friends involved.
Yeah, that's really great, because if you are thanking your legislator for taking action, they're going to retweet you or share your Facebook post because it makes them look good. So the next thing we're doing in June is our Giants awareness game in San Francisco, and I'll let the baseball fan talk about that.
Yeah, so on June 11th is our Giants awareness game in San Francisco at the Giants Stadium. And I believe there will be some folks who will be getting some Bruce Bochy limited edition t-shirts who will be going. And you can find tickets at sfgiants.com/special events. You should find Alzheimer's Awareness Night on there.
And be sure to wear your Alzheimer's Association swag like these good people in the stands. So June 21st is the longest day. The longest day is Midsummer's Day. It is the longest day of the year, and our theme is the day with the most light is the day we fight. And the longest day is an opportunity for anybody to help raise funds and awareness for Alzheimer's research and care by doing anything you love. So you can go to the website alz.org/TLD and see some of the examples. But people have done, they've done spin classes, they've done bridge tournaments, they've done golf tournaments and tennis rallies and knitting and barbecues. You can go and have a picnic on the grass and drink a lot of wine with your friends and do that as an activity to raise funds and awareness. All you have to do is let people know you're doing it in honor of someone you love with Alzheimer's and ask them to contribute to your longest day fundraiser. And then finally, on June 27th, we'll wrap up the month with another Facebook Live with our wonderful professional training manager, Alex Morris, who will actually train us on how to have those conversations with family members. How do you let somebody know that you're seeing some signs that make you worried about their health and safety? How do you talk to siblings about mom or dad? Alex is wonderful. If you've never had an opportunity to do a training with her, this is an amazing opportunity to get some of her wisdom right on your own computer. And then there's a ton of stuff people can do all month long. So just pick one or two of these things from this list. Do what is easy for you, do what's fun, but do something. This is the month where all of us taking action together, wearing our purple, letting people know Alzheimer's is important to us, can really help to raise awareness, make a difference, help us win some policy victories, and help create the world without Alzheimer's that we're all working towards. So
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.